What's going on? What's going on, yo? What's going on? Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in, and we're gonna. It's random, y'all. Oh, it's random. Um, we're gonna hit off a bunch of random stuff. I'm not gonna be here too long. I'm gonna try not to be here too long. Um, yeah. First, we're gonna start off with this. Yeah, let's start off with this. Let's start off with this. Once again, like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. And before we do that, fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. And I want to cover this because you can't fix a problem until you can address it. And sometimes you have to sit with the somberness, the depression, the reality of the situation. Sometimes you can't paint a pretty picture. What are you talking about, Z? Well, here you go.
Real story. Another trending truth that Black female unemployment is up versus last year. It's up to 6%. It's up higher than other women demographic unemployment rates. It's higher than other male demographics. So there's a high number of Black women who are unemployed, even though they are the most educated demographic in the country.
Well, first of all, as much as people think it's a DEI result, right? It's not. DEI benefited more white women than it did Black women, first of all. Second of all, Black women haven't really suffered or been impacted from DEI as much as the narrative continues to put out there. There's a couple of things going on with Black women. One, we killing it out there, sisters. Where my sisters at? Holla at your girl. We killing it. We are the most educated. There are 71% of Black women that are obtaining their graduate degree. That's their master's degree. There is 65% of women obtaining their postgraduate degree, which is a doctorate degree academically, not just an honorary doctorate, but going to get it academically.
Now, jobs like retail and the healthcare sector, a lot of those jobs are being lost to automation, computerization. You go into Target, there used to be tons of people there ready to help you buy. Now there's lots of self-checkout areas where there is not a person, or maybe there's one person overseeing 8 self-checkout areas where, when Dimitri was a kid, there would have been like 8 people at 8, right? So you're losing people, right? Jobs and the working class level, the retail level. That I think is hitting a lot of Black women, while another class of Black women are getting degrees and moving upward.
Or what I think is absolutely incredible, and what I am myself, I'm a serial entrepreneur. And then there are also business owners, brick and mortar business owners as well. And I think that there's a beautiful opportunity for us being so well educated, so hardworking, so resilient, so figure it out. Everything is figure outable, that it's really created a class of women that are setting a newer, better, and higher bar.
Yeah. And I want to add this really quick, Torre, to what Sarah said. Black women are also starting to have kids in their 40s versus back in the day. There was a big, I don't want to say epidemic, but epidemic of Black women having kids in their teenage years, which was then, not allowing them to go on and create this future. So being that they are having kids later, that means what? They're becoming more career driven. We are career driven women who are saying we will create and build before we go and have a family, so that our kids are born into equity and not into deficit. I am proud of us sisters. Go sisters, go Black women. I see you, I love you, and I am you.
And stop using this goddamn excuse. Man, I was so pissed off reading the comments under that Black Millionaires post. Every Black woman kept saying the reason why Black women's unemployment rate dropped is because all of those Black women left the workforce and became entrepreneurs.
Message.
Can y'all take some accountability, bro? God damn. Forgive me, Lord, for saying that, but are y'all serious? Lord have mercy. Seriously, this is insane. Every woman, because they left the workforce and became entrepreneurs. Do y'all know that the average business that a Black woman starts, it doesn't make it to 5 years, and the average earnings is about $24,000. And I've covered this. Some of it is not your fault.
That's average. That's not even median.
Isn't there for the Black community as a whole. So typically what hinders Black women in their businesses, they have to use their own money to fund them. because if they were getting those loans, that funding, and they could borrow from some companies, which is what Goldman Sachs is trying to do. I know y'all seen that report a while back. Then it will be a better shot at that business and thriving. And then also one of the other reasons why Black women's businesses don't work is because you guys tend to open businesses in the same markets, like beauty, retail, so on and so forth. Okay. It's that simple. And then third thing that hinders Black women's businesses is that you guys typically have other jobs while building those businesses. Typically, when you build a business with employees, that's going to be your primary source of income. For Black women, it's not that. You guys have to fund it, but you also still have to work a 9 to 5, so to speak. And this is not me saying this. You can find all this information out on the Goldman Sachs report. The Goldman Sachs report explains this all. I covered this a while back. Okay, so this is not me spitballing. You can find everything that I just said within that report. And I'm actually linking into this once I clip this up. So I'm trying to help y'all. If you ain't noticed it, I'm trying.
Once again, fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. Oh boy. Oh, that's sad and depressing. Ooh, that's sad and depressing. Black women are being let go. We see the rising unemployment rate, and frightfully, it seems like us, Black men, crazily enough, and some Black women, let's not pretend like Black women don't care about other Black women. Much of the time they don't, but for sake of this conversation, some of them see what's going on and they're not sugarcoating it or trying to put a positive spin or positive angle on it because they don't want to come to terms with what this looks like when white zaddy kicked them to the curb.
Black women, they are doing the same thing to us that they did to Black men 40 years ago, which is pushing us out of the workforce. That's what they did to Black men. And that is what caused the major divide within our community with regards to the gender wars. We saw Black men the way they wanted us to see them because they didn't have the upward mobility that we had because of our jobs that we were able to get in the federal government. For one, the federal government was one of the biggest job employers for Black women, and they're pushing us out left and right. We lost more jobs last month than any other demographic, and those jobs are not coming back. And if they come back, they're not going to give them to us. I don't care what degree you got. Because you can see right now, they don't care nothing about those degrees. As soon as we started getting it, they ain't mean anything anymore. I say this to say, we going to have to work with Black men. Whatever grief you got with Black men, get over it. It's time for us to work together. We need them and they need us. And this is just more proof of that.
And Mr. DJ says, where do they find this stuff from? That's the question. It really is, bro. It really is. It trying to put a positive spin on everything in life. And I'm going to be in transit now, so I'm going to have to be sparing on the videos. But trying to find a positive spin on everything in life, it's paralyzing them. Like, okay, we're not going to be hyperbolic here. We're going to be as real as hell, as real as we can be. These are our sisters, y'all. These are our girl cousins. Your girl cousin, when you would spend the night over grandma's house. She got her degree now. She's a divorcee, right? She in her late 30s. She just got laid off from her job. Your mom's telling you the story, and she's acting like everything's gonna be okay because she's gonna manifest. Huh? This is our older and younger sisters. This is your ex-girlfriend. This is your ex-wife. Sounded absolutely delusional. Huh? To see those two women up there, right? And quote unquote Dr. Bryant, I'll call her Dr. Bryant, fine. And the other young lady, I've followed her stuff also. I've watched a couple of videos on her channel. I forgot her name though. And they need to put a positive spin on it. They need to put a positive spin on it. Y'all just talking. That's frightening. Oh, it's not that we getting laid off. It's, we're entrepreneurs and we're starting our business, and 71%, and it's, oh man. Oh, y'all are supposed to be elders. Y'all supposed to be the ones shepherding the 20-some-odd-year-olds into something positive. The teens, y'all supposed to be the elders. Y'all can't even be honest with them. And shame, especially to the other sister. I forgot her name. I've checked out her channel before, because every once in a while she'll say some real stuff, but not here. Why? Huh? And that's all it is, Joe. It's cope babbling. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Huh? Just cope. And it's sad. How can you have a community with a people that can't even come to the reality of what they're going through and what they're living, because they can't, I can't deal with the pressure. I can't, this is real life. This is real life, y'all. It's not always going to be rosy. It's not always going to be positive. And sometimes you got to sit in that. What we're doing here? Don't let them see you sweat. Don't let them see you crack. Don't let them. Who? This is mainly a black conversation. Yeah, you gotta have one or two white folks straggle in, right? So who are you putting up the front for? Black men? We already know what y'all going through. Maybe if you wasn't trying to keep up that facade all the time, maybe you wouldn't be struggling. Huh? Absolute insanity. Watching them straight up lie. Toxic positivity. Toxic positivity. And that toxic positivity is going to get women hurt. Women in general, black women specifically. Toxic positivity is how you end up like this.
Turning 40 this year and everything is just hitting me right now. It's like not where I wanted to be. I haven't succeeded at anything. I haven't even tried. Like, I don't even know anymore. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to cope with anything. And I don't know how to, I did this whole growing thing wrong. Like I'm supposed to be an adult. I'm supposed to be able to handle these things, and I can't handle anything. And I literally am just realizing, like, it's been 40 years of this, and like, it's 40 years of just being confused and not knowing and like figuring things out slower, and like not like I haven't built anything. I have nothing like to show for this time. I just don't know what I'm doing here, and I'm lost. I'm afraid, and I'm
That's heartbreaking. At least she put it on the crocodile tears. One of these Captain Save-ems, if he got the money, right? Yeah, she 40. She got a few eggs left. Huh? She lighter skin, whatever she is, maybe Latina, whatever she is. Huh? Got the looser curls. One of them Captain Save-ems will save her. Huh? At least she put on the crocodile tears. At least she's weaponizing the tears to get some type of sympathy from one of these lames that she overlooked 5 and 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Huh? That's what decades of toxic positivity leads you to. And she was, hey, listen to that, whatever bit of honesty she gave. I don't know how to do anything. I did everything wrong. You know she got to hit rock bottom for her to say that. Women ain't never saying that. Huh? Something super traumatic happened because that out of an American woman's mouth. I did everything wrong. I did this whole, what do I have to show for it? Oh, no positivity at all here. Hey, it's sad. Mr. Z is laughing to keep from crying. By the way, on a humanitarian level, on a humanity level, better yet, better word, more accurate word, let's not act like we all got to figure it out. For us, 50, pretty much 50 and younger, definitely 45 and younger. So a bit of this is the cries of millennials. Oh, but millennial women in specific. Oh, this is what happened with decades of that toxic positivity crap y'all been shoveling to our sisters for decades, and they're crashing now. Mr. Z been on these YouTube streets for a while, been producing content for a few years, been talking on different people's panels and channels for more than half a decade. Huh? We've been calling this. Rest in peace, Kevin. Shout out to the Roger Report. Shout out to BGS. Shout out to Art Newstown. Shout out to all of us. Charles, Mr. Z, you done messed up because you started saying names and I'm going to be going there forever. Obsidian, name them. Angry Man, name them. Even people I disagree with. Anton, name them. We've been calling it. Conservative, progressive, liberal, black men been calling it. All through the black manosphere, we've been calling it. We've been caught, and we were mainly talking about black women, but we weren't only talking about black women. We've been calling it, and here's the crash out. Shout out to Accountable Commentary. Here's the crash out, and they're gonna start reaching back now. Huh? That's why Mr. Z told y'all, okay, y'all gonna have y'all guards up for the black women. Don't think them white women, them Latina, those different breeds, some of them Arab, Americanized, westernized Arab women, them secular Arab women, oh, they gonna start reaching back now for some stability. Huh? KMS, it's true, but men ain't thinking the funk. That's true. Listen to how we speak. The panel I had, shout out to Black Uru, a month or so ago, where we spoke about the new social contract or whatever the hell, consumerism, a certain level of American consumerism possibly going away. What are we gonna find meaning in? Huh? So yeah, KMS, you're right. We're having that conversation over here. Huh? And yeah, I'm gonna cover Tone Talk stream from a couple of days ago. I'm gonna probably cover that tomorrow. Huh? Yeah, we do doomer talk over here. So that we can have a bit of reality, so that we don't crash out at 40 and 45 and 50. And what did I do with my life? What did I have to show for it? It's sad. That was sad. Mr. Z was giggling and sniggling, but no, that's sad. What did her parents teach her? What did the school system, the education system teach her? What did the media put into her? What do y'all got? This is what y'all producing. A bunch of aimless ass women. And that wouldn't actually be the end of the world if they would get on a man's program, preferably a black man's program. But guess what? They aimless and rude. What? They're aimless and assholes. How y'all producing aimless assholes, America? So let me get this right. Your daughters are aimless. Okay, that's bad enough. And they're assholes? What the hell? I said it. Aggressive and fragile. Huh? Y'all producing a bunch of aggressive, fragile ass women. Aimless and assholes until they finally got nowhere else to go and they break. Huh? The aimless is bad enough, but if she was on a man's program, I'll put money she wouldn't be recording herself like this right now. Huh? If she was on a productive black man's program, I'll put money she wouldn't be recording herself like this right now. He would have gave her something to do. Shout out to y'all independence in your autonomy. Huh? It's truly heartbreaking. That is a feeling Mr. Z don't ever want to experience. See, that's one thing to have that at 23, 24, 25, maybe even in your later 20s, 28, 20, at 40. Is it the end of the world? I don't like to call people. I don't like to make such final statements, right? With that, 40. And the way you sound, you didn't even do the wrong thing the right way. You don't even have kids, so you don't have kids. You ain't did, and you 40. That hurt. Oh, that hurt. Huh? And Joe says that minimalist lifestyle is always an option, but you can't dunk on friends and frenemies if you ain't got it. I think I think more men are. I think there's more of a chance of men adopting the minimalist lifestyle than women adopting a minimalist. There you go, see, lifestyle. Huh? But that's gonna be difficult because I don't really think they have a choice. Many of them are not gonna have a choice in the matter. So there's that. Huh? Once again,
turning 40 this year and everything is just hitting me right now. It's like not where I wanted to be. I haven't succeeded at anything. I haven't even tried. Like, I don't even know anymore. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to cope with anything. And I don't know how to, I did this whole growing thing wrong. Like I'm supposed to be an adult. I'm supposed to be able to handle these things, and I can't handle anything. And I literally am just realizing, like, it's been 40 years of this, and like 40 years of just being confused and not knowing and like figuring things out slower and like not like I haven't built anything. I have nothing like to show for this time. I just don't know what I'm doing here, and I'm lost. I'm afraid, and
that I'm afraid. Hey, one of these white dudes just put on his cape when he heard I'm afraid. A couple of brothers did too. Some of you Latinos, I see y'all putting on the capes. When she said I'm afraid, da, 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 da. Oh, I'll save you, madam. I see y'all. Especially with that whiny ass voice. She put the whiny voice. She turned that whiny ass voice all the way up. She broke the knob. I had the puns there, y'all. I got it. I'm not gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. Huh? She said I did this adulting thing wrong. Oh, that hurt Z's heart. I did the adulting thing wrong. Ouch. Huh? I did the adulting thing wrong. This is why you're supposed to be in a relationship. Dare I say it? A partnership. Oh, God, I can't even say it regular. It still hurt. Goddamn heartburn saying that one. Man, throw up in my throat. Yeah. I think I got throw up in my mouth. This is you're supposed to be in a relationship at 40. Huh? With someone who sees what you don't see. That's why you're supposed to be on a man's program. That's why you're not supposed to be doing this thing and being all independent and strong and independent, ma'am. Clearly, it isn't working for you. Talk about heartbreaking. Talk about sad. Yeah, you have aimless men. Yes. Ma'am, be happy you're not a man. Be happy you're not a black man. Ooh, the world got said for a black man in America. That's aimless. Welcome to prison or death. What Dr. Thunder says, we have prison, death, and he said something else. Prison, death, and what else is it? You better be happy you're a lighter skinned woman with looser curls. You better pull that goddamn. You better pull that parachute and end up with one of these old dudes that's willing to pay. Or one of the guys you went to college with or high school with that was drooling over you. He'll still go. More than likely he'll still go. And I hope you're not married. This is when you're supposed to pull the goddamn ripcord. God damn that hurt. No, I can't deal with the whiny voice though. I can't do it. Yeah. I know that the low key, some of y'all that turns y'all on. I can't do it. I can't. I don't know what I'm doing. I did this adulting thing wrong. Yeah. No, but it is sad. Every bit of it. Aimless women. And we don't know this lady, so I'm not going to say whether she's mean or whether she's the quote-unquote deserving of this fate. But ma'am, 40? We don't know what the rest of you look like, but you're not hideous. 40? You're not on a man's program, ma'am. 40 years old? And per your own words, you don't have anything to show for it? Nothing? So you're aimless and you never try to be attached to someone who would give you some direction. You know, a man, preferably a black man. So you aimless and you ain't get on nobody's program. You ain't get on a black man's program. Jesus Christ. Yep. Hey, this is one way they're gonna be dealing with it. Of course, you know the sisters, they're gonna be aggressive and mean with it and sassy with it, but they're gonna be begging out here too. Be very clear. It's just a different way of saying it, but this girl is saying the same thing.
Niggas be so quick to let me take you on a trip. Let me take you on a trip. Pay a fucking bill. Pay a bill. Pay a goddamn bill.
Always begging. Damn.
Can we get on the phone? No, get on the phone with billing. Don't talk to me. Talk to billing.
She's literally saying the same thing. Don't let the lack of tears fool you. She's saying the same thing. Don't let the aggressive or the sassy begging, the aggressive begging, don't let it fool you. She's saying the same thing, and she's crying on the inside. It's the same sentiment that's fueling both of them. Wait, here go another one.
Wait, top tier. Your dick is not equal to my fucking pussies. Point blank period.
His dick ain't equal to your fucking bills neither.
God damn. Look, at the end of the day, I ain't
them bills got your name on it. They don't have his dick name on it.
At the end of the day, I ain't fucking no broke ass nigga. Do what you want with your pussy.
Yeah, you don't have to fuck no broke ass nigga.
Straight up.
Look, you can fuck a nigga that ain't broke. That's not a problem. But just because he ain't paying your bills, don't mean he fucking broke. That mean it ain't his goddamn responsibility. Your bills got your name on it. It don't have his dick name on it.
Okay, you're right. I land my plane.
You see how that mouth tight?
Sassy begging, aggressive begging. She aimless too. Oh, don't let the aggression fool you. They all begging. Black women's median income is what? Some $32,000, $34,000 a year, something like that. Decades of being aimless. Decades of being aimless. I gotta go. You know what? I gotta clip out my own words from right before the election back in October when I said, "Oh yeah, y'all don't see who JD Vance is, huh? All right, watch this." Kevin told y'all winter is coming. Y'all danced on his grave. Y'all danced on his grave. Too many goddamn outliers talking. Chrissy, too many outliers talking. Real talk with Yanni, too many outliers talking. Huh? Crystal and Karazin done threw up the white flag. Crystal and Karazin ain't talking like that no more. Not all the way. You know she's still going jab. Huh? I guess that divorce that divorce made her come to some Jesus. Not really, Z, because remember she was out here with the white dude that was saying the N-word. Oh yeah, you right. Oh no, that's not yeah, he did call himself a Negro lover. Yep. Don't forget. Yeah, you're right. Huh? She don't got her mind all the way right, Z. Don't be giving her props. You right. Huh? Kim Foster, too much outliers, too many outliers talking. And now many of the women that watch you, that listen to you, that hang on your every word, that see you as a guru and a sage, now they going through it. Huh? Miss Foster, don't pretend like you didn't see that comment because you read it. Huh? You should have ignored it. I saw when you read it. The comment from the sister that was like, you know, these men, these podcast bros are trying to convince these men not to date single mothers. Yeah, Z, relax. That means that either she's struggling financially or that loneliness is kicking her in the ass, even if she's not struggling financially. And it might be both. It probably is both. Huh? I saw when you read that comment, Miss Foster. I saw the low-key regret on your face. God damn, I read it. Huh? Because your response was, yep. Too many outliers talking, Miss Foster. You know, like you. Being single, Mr. Z said it a while ago. Some of y'all remember, being single is now a luxury. Dear women, being single is now a luxury. I'm just saying, ooh, Z, you about to go this far. Soon, not being a man's side chick is gonna be a luxury for some of you. Ooh, god damn, Z, you said that out loud. Z, you know that they said they're not sharing no men, Z. We'll see. We'll see. You heard it here first. Huh? Yikes. Now the young lady crying her tears all over goddamn Al Gore's internet. Huh? While y'all out here lying about your experiences. Huh? And how great things are. And oh, wait a minute, Z. We gonna switch subjects that fast? For those of you that remember with the whole Ebony K. Williams thing kind of blew up, and Mr. Z was on the breakdown on women's perspective. I hope they repost that stream. And Mr. Z said what we all know, dear ladies, you pretty much stuck to the West. Where you going? Huh? Dear Western women, you got nowhere else to go. That's white, black, Latina, Asian, or otherwise. Those men in other places don't got no money. Play it, Z.
So I kind of want to get on here and talk about dating in Thailand. Because honestly, when I tell people I live in Thailand, that'd be their first question. Like, oh, you live in Thailand and you're black and you're a woman. How's that going? So where should we even start? I would say that first of all, I see men at their worst over here. That's like the end all be all. I see men at their worst. They're over here on vacation and they're doing things that they don't want anyone else to know about, and they don't want to be shamed for. And the things that they be doing over here, they would not get shamed for. So I see them being their biggest sluts bags possible, right? And most of the time, the guys that are coming over here and like going buck wild like that are men that have like never been told that they were handsome their entire life. And they're most of the time they're like bottom of the barrel ass niggas from wherever they're from. Most of the time, I'm not gonna cap to you. Now, you will meet the occasional like guy on a guy's trip, and they're just out here celebrating something, or they're having a good time, and they're not on no bullshit. Like, I understand you want to like have fun, but these niggas be taking it farther than a motherfucker. So, with that being said, I tried dating out here. Also, I don't discriminate because I've dated probably just about every race, but I do have a preference, and my preferences out here they're all African. I like African men until I don't. The ones straight from the motherland, oh, they gonna make me catch a case. Oh no. So we're left with pretty much nothing. So it sucks. But you can look up, like, I have been on some nice dates out here. But no buts. Just make some friends. If you're coming out here as a black woman, just make some friends. Hopefully you got a boo from back home. That'll be your best bet. Cause you thought slim pickings in Atlanta? Bitch, bring your ass to Bangkok. I like Asian guys too, by the way. So don't be like, oh, well, why don't you just date a Thai guy? Well, there's a language barrier first and foremost, and they don't have any money. Sorry, but
well, you look at that.
So yeah.
Oh no.
I date when I go back home.
Oh no.
When I go out of Thailand, like, you know, just make some friends.
No.
Just make some friends, because you're gonna need them. You ain't finna find no niggas out here. You ain't finna find your man, your husband, your husband.
Oh no.
You probably don't want to know what he's doing. Anyways, dating in Thailand, 0 to 10.
So you go to the country where people from the West to go to get their freak on, and then you got an issue that they don't want to be in a relationship with you. Number one. Number two, you go to Thailand. I think I looked up the average income for men in Thailand is, I don't know, what it was like. Was it even 25,000 US dollar? It was something lower than that, right? Mr. Z gonna look it up again. Well, gives you a second. Gives you a second. Take that back. 15,000 US dollars on average. So that's not even median. And you know that means that number is being hiked up by the dudes in Thailand that are doing really well. Once again, y'all went to another country where the median income for men is probably something like $11,000, something like that. $8, $9, $10, $11,000. Mr. Z said it. Y'all gon' pay for peen. Dear women in the West, particularly black women in the West, when you go overseas, you gonna be paying for peen, or you gonna be single, or you gonna be munching on another woman, or being munched on by another woman. There you go. Huh? Yikes. So you go to Thailand for the African brothers? Exactly. Revelon says, go to Africa. Why you in Thailand? You see what I'm saying? Huh? Revelon says like 10,000. So median income for Thai men is somewhere around 10. We'll just say 10, right? Because it's 15 on average. So 10, we could even say 11, 12. It's still it's nothing. In the grand scheme of things, for Western women and for the way they think and what they want to live, even overseas. Huh? But didn't we try to tell them? What y'all thought? Z, you're going to have to say it slow. You have to be deliberate and intentional. You're going to have to say it slow and pause after every syllable. There is no escaping being on a black man's program. Unless, of course, you want to live under a bridge or be paying for peen and feel a bit ashamed about it. Or engage in same-sex loving relationships. Or a healthy amount of coping and doping. Huh? Yikes. You went to Thailand as a black woman. And at least you were honest to say, hey, they don't have that type of money. First of all, you're in Thailand. Listen, any woman in the West, particularly like if you don't have direct connection to Nigeria, Haiti, wherever your people from. So if you an ADOS black woman, if you a black Brit who great grand came from Jamaica, but your parents never went, you never went. Okay, fine, you don't have no connection there no more. You a Haitian who been in Canada for 2-3 generations now. You ain't never go. Your parents ain't never go, so you ain't got no connection there anymore. Okay, fine. Right? You're a white American. You're a white Brit. You're a white Canadian. You're a white New Zealand. White Australian. Look, ladies, unless you going to pay for peen, I don't know what you going over there for. Huh? Maybe you want a type of experience that you ain't have back in your home country. Okay, fine. Don't believe it, but fine. We'll go with it. Ain't nothing you going to do over there but pay for peen. And watch your brethren have fun because we don't have a problem paying for the cooch. Huh? God damn, you're not supposed to say that out loud. Am I lying, though? Huh? It don't mean nothing to us to pay. Huh? Yikes. And Telescope says they're looking for single dudes that only exist in lies and romance novels. Say that. Huh? Yikes. Joe, for real. And Joe Immore says, if you ain't paying, men ain't playing. If you're going to a country where the median income for the men is $9,000, $8,000, 11, 12,000 US dollars, 15,000 US dollars. If you're going to a country like that, what do you think it's going to be? Huh? That's a real question. Because if you ask the men, it's not going to take us it doesn't take any rocket science. It's not rocket science. We don't have to come up with a formula. And I live in America. I make 70 grand a year. I'm going to go take this trip for a couple weeks to wherever the hell. I'm going to try to get it in with one of the local women. I know I'm paying. I know I'm paying for whatever bar we go to, whatever restaurant we go to, whatever amusements we go to. I know I'm paying. If we get a hotel or whatever room we get, I know I'm paying. The whole time I'm there, I'm paying. If I want the quote-unquote girlfriend experience with her for a couple weeks, or if I'm just going to chill with her for a little bit, then go chill with somebody else, then go chill with somebody, I know I'm paying. Once again, I'm not putting a moral claim on it, anyone. We're not doing the whole right and wrong thing. We're talking about what is. Huh? Meanwhile, women in the West are going overseas, and I'm saying women in the West because I remember the clip. I can't remember whose channel I saw it on, but the white woman complaining about, where country was she in? Korea, maybe. I can't remember what country was she was in, and she was like the locals ain't really checking for her neither, and she wasn't a hideous white woman either. She wasn't heavy set or anything. They do, why? Huh? Maybe Western women don't really appreciate how rude they are, how curt they are, how shrewd they are, especially to men outside the West. How direct they are. Yet I fly in the West. You can't pull that in developing countries. Huh? And KMS says, and this is probably pertaining to the previous video, KMS says, everyone know they about to get belt to ass. Most of the have is coming. Most of that is coming. Okay. Acting as a sibling, living in the same house. I hope they survive it. Most of them haven't come. Okay, I get what you're saying. Most of them, the M dropped off. Okay, let's read that again. KMS says, and thank you for the super chat. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. KMS says, everyone knows they have the belt. See, Mr. Z read that wrong. Everyone know they about to get belt to ass. Most of them have it coming. Acting as a sibling, living in the same house. I hope they survive it. Look, yeah, no, it's real. It's real. It's kind of heartbreaking listening to her because you know it's other women who have this same feeling. They're just not recording themselves as they sob in the restroom, right? Or they sob before they go to work in the morning, or they sob after they come from work, right? They're sobbing after they leave that clit throbbing. Goddamn Z. Huh? Y'all think Z be joking about buzzing himself to sleep at night. I'm not joking. I mean, it's a joke, but it's not a joke. Huh? So most of them, obviously, they're not recording themselves crying. And then, even for those who are recording themselves, the framing, right? That's why I played the other young lady that said pay a bill. She's literally telling you she's aimless. She doesn't earn enough to support herself. It's just black girl bravado tries to frame it like you're a nuisance unless you pay the bill. No, ma'am, admit that you're struggling and you need a man to for you to be on his program so he could take off some of that load on your shoulders. Your pride won't let you, so you're going to be out there still complaining in your goddamn car. Rightfully so. Telescope says, from throbbing to sobbing. You hear me? Huh? Yikes. And yeah, KMS, look, you gonna fumble in life. You gonna fumble. Sometimes you gonna stumble. Every once in a while, you might crumble. It's a whole lot easier when somebody has your back. It's a whole lot easier if you're a woman and a man has your back. Definitely a black man. But the ladies bought into that strong, independent thing, even for the ones that weren't card-carrying, strong, and independent. They want their freedoms and all that other yawn. Don't worry, yeah, Mr. Z checked out. Shout out to Dr. Thunder. Dr. Thunder covered Melissa Ford talking to the more seasoned women, I'll say, today. I checked out the whole thing of Melissa Ford talking to them women. A bunch of coping. Yeah, they cougars. I'll knock off some of them. But huh? That's besides the point. Definitely the short hair one. But huh? Coping. It's like they can never just really sit with, damn, this sucks. No pun. This sucks. This is depressing. I need to do something different. It's always coping. I went to therapy and my therapist gave me a different way to view it, and it's coping. Huh? And as KMS says, hey, let's see how much coping y'all can engage in as life put belt to ass. The environment is back and forth. Huh? There's that. And once again, thank you for the super chat, KMS. Thank you for the super chat. All right. Telescope says, rude confrontational begging is still begging all the same. There you go. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There you go.
Niggas be so quick to let me take you on a trip. Let me take you on a trip. Pay a fucking bill. Pay a bill. Pay a goddamn bill.
Always begging. Damn.
Can we get on the phone? No, get on the phone with billing. Don't talk to me. Talk to billing.
Krabby Abby says, she can't even say pay my bills. Bro. Huh? Yikes. Joe says, black girl magic and gynocratic laws end at the border. Oof. Huh? Saint Cyr, if you find it again, you gotta email it to me. And Saint Cyr says, there's plenty of women of other races that do that. I saw a video of a Canadian white chick do that in Thailand, calling the white men ugly and mad they're pulling tins. Let's address that too. Imagine telling the men, you're losers, that's why you're over here. And the problem is, imagine, look, y'all lucky y'all ain't running into Z. Z's in a relationship right now anyway. But you, oh, I would laugh in your face. Y'all a loser. You're a loser. That's why you're over here. That's why you're in Thailand, and you're over here engaging in triple X trafficking and you're in triple X tourism and And first of all, not trafficking, illegal. But the rest of it, the problem is you couldn't hack it back in America. That's why you're over here. Okay. Imagine being in Britain, being in Canada, being in America, being in Australia, and calling these men losers. Okay, cool, they're losers. Calling the men losers that you don't find attractive, that you think are losers, dweebs, whatever the hell, right? Cool. They get their ticket, they take their flight somewhere in Southeast Asia, wherever they go, right? And for the white guys, they're making their whiteness count for them. You better believe it. For the black guys, they making positive stereotypes count for them. And then you proceed to take a flight to where those guys are and then call them losers again. What? Ma'am, are you okay? Number one. Number two, and the problem is they accepted that you see them as losers and other women like you see them as losers back in their home country. So they're going to places where the women don't necessarily see them as losers. And even if those women did, Uzi, don't break their heart, they're cheaper. Ooh, goddamn. Oh, they just want you for your money. They just want you because of your status. They just want you because the passport. And the problem is, first, when you say they just want these men for their money that's coming from the West, and you don't. I have my own money. Let's see, ask the question again. And you don't. Imagine saying, imagine a woman from the West having the gall to say a woman in a developing country just want to chill with you or let you pipe because of the money. And the number one, and the problem is number two, and you aren't the same. You're just more expensive and rude and snarky and insufferable and an asshole. Women in the West have no leg to stand on. None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Huh? You don't get to chastise these women from developing countries at all. They're gold diggers, and you're not. Y'all just going over there because it's easier, and the problem is, dear women in the West, we don't owe you companionship. We don't owe you being there after you jump off the carousel for Chisel Chin Tyrone and Chisel Chin Chad that's 6'7". Huh? After 6'8" the Great is done with you, we don't owe you anything. Huh? So the guys you overlooked and you got in line and you were ticket number 73 for 6'8" the Great, the guys that you overlooked, they took their ass, they got their passport and they took their ass to Thailand. And if he's a brother, he took his ass to Brazil or Colombia or one of the countries in Africa, one of the countries in the Caribbean. He doesn't owe you being here for you after 6'8" the Great kicks you out of bed. Huh? After Drake puts hot sauce in the goddamn condom. Huh? After Lil Wayne kicks you out. Huh? After Dave East stopped accepting your calls. Huh? He doesn't owe you being there. After you took that picture with Chris Brown and maybe did something extra, these men don't owe you being there. Huh? After you were Leonardo DiCaprio's 18th 27-year-old. 27's too old, see you right. 24-year-old. Huh? Shout out to women in the West. Y'all have no leg to stand on whatsoever. And once again, KMS, thank you for the super chat. And KMS also says, as far as it being over for women, I've seen men in their 50s completely transform their lives in 3 to 4 years. Kevin Samuels. True. We saw it. We saw it in real time. I have yet seen or heard of a woman change from who she was at 15. God damn, KMS. Not one. Huh? Yikes. Yeah, no, I'm thinking of a number of men, some that are famous. What's the name of the brother that they made the movie for? The one that had the Ferrari Testarossa after Jordan had it in Chicago. The one that they made the movie for. I forgot his name. Huh? That damn near was homeless and then became a millionaire. Huh? So yeah, you're right there. Yeah, you see that in men. You see that in men. Huh? No, that's definitely true. Huh? Yeah, that's true. KMS is Colonel Sanders from KFC. Yeah. Yeah. A number. The dude from McDonald's too, right? Yeah, yes, there you go. Exactly. Ray Kroc, McDonald's 50s. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Huh? But the women will just say that's evidence of patriarchy, Camus. You already know that's going. No? The women will just say that's evidence of patriarchy. That's what they'll say. Huh? Ah, a harsh world. And continuing with the Thailand.
Dating in Thailand. Let's see what the girls got to say about dating in Thailand. Okay, Monique, you've been here the same time as I have, 3 months. So what is your opinion on dating in Thailand?
I would say from what I've seen, Black American men are not interested in Black women. So that kind of eliminates them, and you know, the Black women are interested in our Black brothers over here, thinking they have a better chance than what they did in America.
Let's pause right there. Okay, look, for your own good, Black women, Z, don't give them advice, Z. Don't spare them. Mr. Z gonna do it, even though none of them are listening, and if they do, they ain't gonna suck their teeth and ignore me anyway, but we gonna say it anyway. For your own good, Black women, you gotta get out of your goddamn echo chambers. You gotta get out of your echo chambers. You have to, for your own good. She literally thought she was going to go to Thailand and have better opportunity and chances with Black men in Thailand. Not in America with what, 17, 18 million adult Black men. Nope. She didn't go to Brazil, with 80 some odd million Black people. Nope. She didn't go to Nigeria with what, 200 and some odd million Black people. Nope. None of the countries in sub-Saharan Africa. Nope. Nope. She didn't even go to get her Terry McMillan on in Jamaica or something like that, or Bahamas or something, the USVI or somewhere. Nope. Oh my God. She didn't even take her ass to the UK or Canada and try to scoop up one of those brothers. Nope. She went to Thailand. Oh my God. Ugh. This is sad. Black women, you got to get out of these echo chambers. I don't know who's giving y'all advice. You're talking to yourself. Sign of insanity, but okay. You're talking to, well, no, they said the sign of insanity is if you talk to yourself and you answer back. Okay, fine. Imagine going to Thailand to find Black men. Or better yet, not to find Black men. Say that better, Z. To have a better chance of being in relationship with a Black man. Okay, there you go, Z. All right, continuing.
Dating in Thailand. Let's see what the girls got to say about dating in Thailand. Okay, Monique, you've been here the same time as I have, 3 months. So what is your opinion on dating in Thailand?
I would say from what I've seen, Black American men are not interested in Black women. So that kind of eliminates them, and you know, the Black women are interested in our Black brothers over here, thinking they have a better chance than what they did in America. I noticed that the Africans, the UK, and Thai men are interested in beautiful Black women. It's just our American Black men have no interest in the beautiful Black women.
Right, okay, so, yeah, I can say the same thing also.
All my beautiful friends are still single, not really even going on dates because they're not getting approached by the men they're interested in, which is our Black American brothers.
Okay, gotcha.
So I would say dating here is very hard, but I think that if some of our beautiful Black women open up their mindset to other opportunities, they might find a really good man outside of those damaged Black American men.
Gotcha.
And we know from what we've seen, the black-white effect has been real good on the internet with these white men that come over here and treat us beautiful black queens like the queens that we are. So
Prove
I would
it.
just say to all
Where's the wedding ring?
that are here in Bangkok or in Thailand or anywhere over here in Asia, expand your options. Don't keep it, because we don't want to be single forever. Like, we're already at peace, we're having a good time. Explore your options with some of these men from different countries and give them the opportunity to show you what it's like to be treated the way that we desire.
Okay. Okay, Aaliyah, you've been living in Thailand for 1 year, so I feel like you have more of an insight on dating. So give us your opinion on dating in Thailand.
Lips.
For me, dating in Thailand is ghetto, just how it was ghetto back in the States. I would say it's very casual out here. I think a lot of men are having their way out here with the Asian women, so like they're not looking for us necessarily, something they're used to having back at home. So like Monique said, just be open-minded to dating outside of your norm. I told you when you first got here, go where you're celebrated and not tolerated. You don't have to be like hyper fixated about dating, not you personally, but just like people in general. Thailand is such a beautiful place to be, and like you can make so many meaningful connections, and it could be platonic relationships. So I say go out, meet people, have a grand time, and see where things can go.
Okay.
The last homegirl is so full of crap. Half of Black American men would go. Somebody tell me I'm lying. I'm not telling y'all to get in y'all pride right now. One of y'all tell me I'm lying. Somewhere is Zulu saying, Nazi, it's more than that. You're right. Huh? That last homegirl is so full of crap. You should have stayed your ass in America and be pliant, as Dr. Sabrina Strings would say. Mr. DJ said you lying. DJ, you know I'm not lying. 70% of these Negroes would go. At least a good 65. Huh? She said, go where you're tolerated. Go where you're celebrated and not tolerated. Y'all are in Thailand. Wait a minute. Wait. I told you, go where you're celebrated and not tolerated. Ma'am, you're in Thailand. Huh? Yikes. This is just coping. The reason I played that clip is to further illustrate the point of coping. You know, the black wife effect, and you know, and the white guys, where's the wedding ring? Let me wait. Let me get this right. You're telling me that white men are leaving the West, they're leaving the UK, they're leaving Canada, they're leaving America, and they're going to Thailand, and they're gonna wife up a black woman that they met in Thailand, but not the black woman around the corner from them or that work with them in America, in Canada, in Britain. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's it right there. That's the one. Okay. Huh? Thank you, Mr. DJ. And DJ says 107 watching, 60 likes. Boy, what did I do to y'all? What did I do? Huh? Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. Huh? Yikes. So let me get this right. Your white male co-workers, huh, are getting on a plane, spending how many hundreds, if not 1,000 or so, on a plane ticket to go to Thailand for a week or two, right? Maybe if he has one of those stay-at-home type jobs, work from home type jobs, right? He's in one of those type of career fields. He's going to Thailand for a few months. Your coworker does not talk to you or talk to black women. He doesn't flirt with black women in America. but he is interested in you when y'all are overseas in Thailand. That's what y'all are saying, black women. So the black wife effect works in Thailand. Boy, the cope is oh boy, that breaks the goddamn Richter scale. It's over 9,000. Huh? Ah, conservative. We definitely gender banging tonight. I'm getting way too many videos that need a response, bro. They've been blowing up my email, conservative. Over the past few days, between checking out different people's channels and between my emails, hey, my subscribers is blowing my emails up. Shout out to y'all. Huh? Wow. Ah, it's frightening, the coping. Because, like, you have to appreciate that these people are either mothers or they will be one day, right? And then some man, black, white, Latino, Asian, or otherwise, is going to have this woman raising his child with this level of delusion and cope. That's like grade A fear to Z, right? Conservative said, heads up, grits and eggs plus Revolt TV. It's just crazy. Oh boy, grits and eggs. Oh boy. Oh God. They're still on that. You know what? As a matter of fact, conservative, I'm glad that you're here because this is something we're gonna have to come to terms with the Black Manosphere. We've known it, but they're attempting to ratchet it up right now. It's all war on us right now. I mean, like, it's been that. Yes, Z appreciates it. No, but after they took that L in the election, I am watching white men, black men, Latino men, but definitely black men, right? It's wartime. And I see what FD is doing. I see these channels popping up. I see them backing these people. It ain't gonna mean nothing if you can't get women subsidized. They think it's simply about their political agenda. Nope, 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 nope. Huh? They declared war on us. Fine. Huh? But yeah, I see what it is. I see them. I see I see these newcomers popping up. I see them. Huh? I see these Johnny come latelys to the conversation. I see them. Huh? So yeah, you're gonna have grits and eggs. Yeah, you're gonna have Mark Lamont Hill. Yeah, you're gonna have FD. Yeah, you're gonna have Consciously. You're gonna have Foreign Man in a Foreign Land. You're gonna have Waving the Red Flag. You're gonna have a number of these characters. Some of them newer, some of them a bit older. They've been here for a few years, right? And they're gonna try to assemble their version of what we got going on here, right? I forgot the brother from Philly that they got over there now too. No, all of that is yawn because it's demanding that black men lie to themselves. It's demanding that black boys lie to themselves. It's demanding that young black men lie to themselves. Do not believe your lying eyes. Or let me reinterpret that experience for you in a way that's not advantageous for you, but advantageous for the women that we need you to subsidize. After, of course, she jumps off of Chris Brown's peen, of course. Huh? After 6'8" the Great is done with her, of course. Huh? Yikes. Huh? And continuing, and Red Falls Black says, and thank you for the super chat. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. He says, in the words of an old song, once I ran to you, now I run from you. This tainted love you've given, take my tears, and that's not nearly all. Hmm. I'm thinking about something. I'm thinking about this. Actually, it's still up. Do I still have it up? Yes, I do. Ha ha ha. Men, where have you gone? Please come back. Red Falls Black. There you go. Huh? Yikes. There you go, Red Falls Black. Men, where have you gone? Please come back. Well, you know what the men are doing. Z gonna play it again. You know Mr. Z gonna play it again. Oh, hell.
So where are the men? Where do y'all hang out? If you don't go to coffee...
I have been watching this colony of ants for maybe the last 30 minutes. I've even given them names, life stories. That's Barlamuccio. He's always been a loner. And if you sit and watch Barlamuccio for about 30 minutes, you'll notice, he just quick to pass off. He is his own ant. And notice how he's a lot bigger than a lot of the other ones as well. Oh, Barlamuccio, I will miss you, because I won't realize which one you are after this interaction.
And thus ended the tale of Barlamuccio. Good old Barlamuccio.
Ah. Huh? Yes, we're running from a burden, from a financial burden, from a mean, snarky, rude, aggressive beggar burden, from a sassy beggar burden. Yeah, we know the ladies are starting to sound more and more like this.
I'll do whatever you want. I'll cook for you, wait on you, make love to you. I can make you happy, Josh. I can make you so happy. No.
Huh? We know the men are asking, this is where the table conversation comes from. The men are asking what, Z?
What would you say you do here?
And now the ladies are starting to sound like this.
I'll do whatever you want. I'll cook for you, wait on you, make love to you. I can make you happy, Josh. I can make you so happy. No.
Huh? Wow. Because they're aimless. And being aimless wouldn't be the end of the world, as Mr. Z said, if the women were on a man's program. For those of you just coming in, we reviewed this earlier. I got to play it again so y'all can get some context of what I'm saying. The women are starting to crash out. They can't even hold it no more.
I'm turning 40 this year and everything is just hitting me right now. It's like not where I wanted to be. I haven't succeeded at anything. God, have I even tried? Like, I don't even know anymore. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to cope with anything. And I don't know how to, I did this whole growing thing wrong. Like I'm supposed to be an adult. I'm supposed to be able to handle these things, and I can't handle anything. And I literally am just realizing, like, it's been 40 years of this, and like, it's 40 years of just being confused and not knowing and like figuring things out slower and like not like I haven't built anything. I have nothing like to show for this time. I just don't know what I'm doing here, and I'm lost. I'm afraid, and I'm
Hey, I see y'all in the back. I see half of y'all done put y'all cape on. I see y'all. The second y'all started hearing that whiny voice, the second y'all started hearing her say, I don't know what I'm doing. I see y'all putting on y'all capes. Da, 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 da. Huh? I see you guys in the back over there. No, Z, but you have to understand. I get it. Huh? The second, hey, she turned that whiny ass voice all the way up. Huh? And the difference between what she's saying.
turning 40 this year, and everything is just hitting me right now. It's like not where I wanted to be. I haven't succeeded at anything. I haven't, God, have I even tried? Like, I don't even know anymore. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to cope with anything. And I don't know how to, I did this whole growing thing wrong. Like I'm supposed to be an adult. I'm supposed to be able to handle these things, and I can't handle anything. And I literally am just realizing, like, it's been 40 years of this, and like, it's 40 years of just being confused and not knowing and like figuring things out slower and like not like I haven't built anything. I haven't nothing like to show for this time. I just don't know what I'm doing here, and I'm lost. I'm afraid, and
At least she says she's afraid. I know. Hey, like 80% of y'all just put y'all cape on just now. Y'all about to jump out the window. But the difference between what she's saying and, well, what she's saying...
Niggas be so quick to, let me take you on a trip. Let me take you on a trip. Pay a fucking bill. Pay a bill. Pay a goddamn bill.
Always begging. Damn.
Can we get on the phone? No, get on the phone with billing. Don't talk to me. Talk to billing.
There is no difference between what both of them are doing. One of them weaponizes the crocodile tears. The other one, I think she's actually being genuine, but it has to be traumatic. I know it's hurting right now. And the other one is just, black women. So she's being a little sassy, aggressive beggar. Huh? They're both saying the same thing. I need help. That's what both of them are saying. I done messed up. I need help. One of them puts on the waterworks. The other one curses you out and fusses you out. But of course. Huh? But of course. Yikes. I gotta read this one. I gotta read this one now. And L's actor says, all that crime gonna make a ninja lose track of Balamuccio. Shout out to L's active. Here you go, y'all. All hell Balamuccio, y'all. This is Mr. Z's channel's pet ant. Z, you got a pet ant? We have a pet ant on Z's channel, and the pet ant's name is Balamuccio. All hell Balamuccio.
So where are the men? Where do y'all hang out? If you don't go to coffee...
I have been watching this colony of ants for maybe the last 30 minutes. I've even given them names, life stories. That's Balamuccio. He's always been a loner. And if you sit and watch Balamuccio for about 30 minutes, you'll notice, see, he just quick to pass off. He is his own ant. And notice how he's a lot bigger than a lot of the other ones as well. Oh, Balamuccio, I will miss you, because I won't realize which one you are after this interaction.
And thus ended the tale of Balamuccio. Good old Balamuccio.
Huh? Krabby Abby says the Balamuccio movement has begun. Huh? Some random white guy recorded ants on a wall. And we about to turn a random ass ant with an Italian name into a folk hero. The creativity, everyone, the creativity. A random ass ant with an Italian name has become our folk hero. Excalibur says, all hell Balamuccio. You hear me? Yes, ladies, it's that easy. It can't be that easy to entertain men. All right. Huh? Life would be easy if you was on a black man's program, but now you out here either aggressive begging in your car or crying in your car. Is that, as a matter of fact, where's that comment from Telescope? Where is that comment? Where did it go? Give me a sucker. God damn, where did it go, Telescope? There we go. And Telescope says, crying at your phone. Who does that? So was it me and Indigo? I think it was me and Indigo. Telescope, you're not the only one. Indigo hate that crap too. Wait a minute. Let me get this right. You press, you turn your phone on, you unlock it, your phone's already on. You unlock your phone, you go to record, you make sure that the camera is facing you. So you put on the front facing camera, which probably isn't the default, but maybe because you probably take selfies. But okay, fine. You press record. You turn on the waterworks if you weren't already crying. Debatable. Huh? You make your statement with the tears. You press stop record. You upload the video and title it. Huh? Ah, yeah, that's it. Oh man, it's still sad to see because there's something to be said, especially for us as millennials being a bit aimless and like this feeling, right? This feeling of what exactly am I doing? Right? And lucky for Z, he got it together before 40. Thank God for that. But I can imagine waking up at 40 years old, especially for a woman, and being like, wait a minute, what do I have to show for any of this? Remember, we covered this from the Latina woman a few well, not even a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago. She said she had surgery or some type of health condition, and lucky for her, her sister and her parents are looking out, but she has no man, she has no kids. It was the similar thing, right? Man, Jay Everything says had the right cry on the third take. Oh no, don't tell me she tried 3 times. 2 times before this. Oh no. Right? Oh man. Yeah, no, that's and once again, thank you for the super chat, Red Falls Black. Yeah, we definitely running now. Especially with them sounding like this, we definitely running. And Dr. Thunder says, if Josh was a ninja, he's taking Becky's deal before she even gets to the part where she cook and clean. Look, yeah, no, you're right. Let's play that for Dr. Thunder real quick. And thank you for the super chat, Dr. Thunder. And Dr. Thunder says, look, if Josh was a black dude, if Josh was a black man, he going. And here you go.
I'll do whatever you want. I'll cook for you, wait on you, make love to you.
He gone. She don't gotta say nothing else.
Josh, I can make you so happy.
Hey, all the other stuff, once she said, I'll make love to you, I'm getting gone. Play it again.
I'll do whatever you want. I'll cook for you, wait on you, make love to you.
He's out of there.
I can make you happy, Josh. I can make you so
You didn't even have to say to make you happy. And put on the fake smile. That smile looks fake as hell. Let's be very clear, y'all. In this current environment, a lot of white guys are going too. Don't get it misconstrued. A lot of white guys. The white guys are going too. That's one of the most open kept secrets. The white guys are going too. The basic Brad is going. Huh? I don't think most white guys would say no to this. I don't know for certain, but I think the basic Brads, they going. Dr. Thunder says, I'll do whatever you want. Enough said. Exactly. Out of there. Tire marks. Smoking all. The conversation's over. Don't worry about it. This is why the Black Manosphere has been trying to train us to have some pride about ourselves, so that this is why Accountable Commentary says no reachbacks. But see, know y'all gonna be falling off easy. All she gotta say is blowjob twice a week. Y'all gone. Out of there. Skirt. No, Z, you gotta understand, Z. Okay, all right. I hear you. Huh? And she say triple X fun once a week, blowjob twice a week. Y'all out of there. She don't gotta say nothing else. She didn't say nothing about cooking. She didn't say nothing about washing dishes and cleaning up. She didn't say nothing about raising your kids to be good, upstanding citizens. She didn't say anything. She just said that, and you out of there. Doc. I ain't even gonna highlight it, but that's funny. Huh? Exactly. Barry Hamilton said, y'all gonna be sounding like Babyface. I'll pay your bills. Just for that. Just for that. Huh? Exactly, Detroit. Nah, Z. You see, you gotta understand. Shorty changed, Z. She turned a new leaf, Z. Look. I got her to delete all her old content, Z. Look at the stuff that she sees. She used to watch Crystal and Kerosene and Chrissy and Paris Malone, and then look, she unsubscribed to all of them, Z. Look. She used to watch Manifest Style and all of them, Z. Oh man. Huh? It's funny because it's true. And Dr. Thunder, once again, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Doc said it'd be halfway through. Huh? If Josh was a ninja, he's taking Becky's deal before she ever gets to the part where she'll cook and clean. He out of there. Skirt. Huh? Detroit said, if she got a huge ass, it's over. Huh? And El's comment is still cracking me up. All that crying gonna make me lose track of Barlamuccio. Say that. And KMS says, and thank you for the super chat. KMS says, to the Barlamuccio fun. Hughes, Sarah McLaughlin. There we go. Couldn't pronounce that correctly. Sarah McLaughlin, I will remember you. I almost coughed. The song, once it registered and the song popped into my head, I died. Oh. That's hysterical. Let's read that again. And KMS says, to the Barlamuccio fund, Q Sarah McLaughlin, I will remember you, weeps. Barlamuccio, hashtag never forget. Hysterical. Y'all cutting up in these comments today. That's hysterical. Oh, man. Thank you for the super chat, KMS. For real, though, we going to turn Barlamuccio into a folk hero in the Black Manosphere. Why? Because the ladies ain't on our program. So we might as well be looking at ants and coming up with stories and names and lores about the ants. Come up with a goddamn whole Star Wars lore about the ants. Why not? Dune lore about the ants. Huh? X-Men versus Marvel about the ants. Why not? They better don't let us get into our 11, 12, 13-year-old storytelling time. Come up with a whole goddamn story about the ants. Why not? And Doc says, huge ass. Ninjas taking flatbacks with this disposition. Smile. No, I think so. I think so. Hey, I call out the sisters when they talk a good game and I know they don't mean it. Hey, brothers, we got to be honest. Look, if she smiles and what she says, I'll do whatever you want. Especially if she says, I'll make love to you. Y'all are gone. Y'all are worried about the ass later. Y'all, you know what, babe? Mommy makeover. Let me get my 1 or 2 kids. We'll worry about the ass later. Huh? All you, I don't like fake ass dudes. Yeah, whatever. Y'all have her under the knife. If she say she gonna get on your program, especially at this time, yeah, no, y'all going. Huh? Man, Ray says ninjas got no standards. I think so, but I'm a bit more sympathetic to the lack of standards. I'm not saying that we shouldn't. I'm not making excuses. What I am saying is the environment is so toxic that if you're a woman that's not the worst person on the planet, Negroes will die for you. Men will die for you. If you're not if you're just not an asshole, huh? If you're just not in sassy, especially in the black community, if you're just not one of these, I just like to hear myself speak. Z, you want to talk? I know. If you're just not one of these, I like to hear myself speak ass women. If you're not one of these sassy, smug assholes, oh, men will die for you. Black men will die for you. Yes, the bar is in hell. Yes, the bar is in the core of hell. Huh? And that's nowhere to be. Yikes. Man. And let me see. Is that it? Yeah, that was it. That was it. But yeah, so the coping, and for those of you that, I'm gonna tie that in a minute. Actually, let me do that. Let me tie in the coping, because so I'm gonna play these back to back so y'all can see, but it's the coping, right? And so when I was playing the young lady crying in her car, what I'm saying is, tying all of this together, this is what happens with decades of feel good coping toxic positivity. When y'all sell that to the ladies, and I'm gonna play for y'all in a minute what leads to this, right? And what leads to this is, well,
Real
this
story. Another trending truth that black female unemployment is up versus last year. It's up to 6%. It's up higher than other women demographic unemployment rates. It's higher than other male demographics. So there's a high number of black women who are unemployed, even though they are the most educated demographic in the country.
Well, first of all, as much as people think it's a DEI result, right? It's not. DEI benefited more white women than it did black women, first of all. Second of all, black women haven't really suffered or
that's not the point
from DEI as much as the narrative continues to put out there. There's a couple of things going on with black women. One, we killing it out there, sisters. Where my sisters at? Holla at your girl. We killing it. We are the most educated.
Coping.
There are 71% of black women that are obtaining their
graduate
degree. That's their master's degree. There is 65% of women obtaining their postgraduate degree, which is a doctorate degree academically, not just an honorary doctorate, but going to get it academically.
Now, jobs like retail and the healthcare sector, a lot of those jobs are being lost to automation, computerization. You go into Target, there used to be tons of people there ready to help you buy. Now there's lots of self-checkout areas where there is not a person, or maybe there's one person overseeing 8 self-checkout areas where, you know, when Dimitri was a kid, there would have been like 8 people at 8, right? So you're losing people, right? Jobs and the working class level, the retail level. That I think is hitting a lot of black women, while another class of black women are getting degrees and moving upward.
Or what I think is absolutely incredible, and what I am myself, I am a serial entrepreneur. And then there are also business owners, brick and mortar business owners as well. And I think that there's a beautiful opportunity for us being so well educated, so hardworking, so resilient, so figure it out. Everything is figure outable, that it's really created a class of women that are setting a newer, better, and higher bar.
Yeah. And I want to add this really quick, Torre, to what Sarah said. Black women are also starting to have kids in their 40s versus back in the day. There was a big, I don't want to say epidemic, but epidemic of Black women having kids in their teenage years, which was then, not allowing them to go on and create this future. So being that they are having kids later, that means what? They're becoming more career driven. We are career driven women who are saying we will create and build before we go and have a family, so that our kids are born into equity and not into deficit. I am proud of us sisters. Go sisters, go Black women. I see you, I love you, and I am you.
And Media Man has to say about the coping what?
And stop using this goddamn excuse. Man, I was so pissed off reading the comments under that Black Millionaires post. Every Black woman kept saying the reason why Black women's unemployment rate dropped is because all of those Black women left the workforce and became entrepreneurs. Can y'all take some accountability, bro? God damn. Forgive me, Lord, for saying that, but are y'all serious? Lord have mercy. Seriously, this is insane. Every woman, because they left the workforce and became entrepreneurs. Do y'all know that the average business that a Black woman starts, it doesn't make it to 5 years, and the average earnings is about $24,000. And I've covered this. Some of it is not your fault because the funding isn't there for the Black community as a whole. So typically what hinders Black women in their businesses, they have to use their own money to fund them. Because if they were getting those loans, that funding, and they could borrow from some companies, which is what Goldman Sachs is trying to do. I know y'all seen that report a while back. Then it will be a better shot at that business and thriving. And then also one of the other reasons why Black women's businesses don't work is because you guys tend to open businesses in the same markets, like beauty, retail, so on and so forth. Okay. It's that simple. And then third thing that hinders Black women's businesses is that you guys typically have other jobs while building those businesses. Typically, when you build a business with employees, that's going to be your primary source of income. For Black women, it's not that. You guys have to fund it, but you also still have to work a 9 to 5, so to speak. And this is not me saying this. You can find all this information out on the Goldman Sachs report. The Goldman Sachs report explains this all. I covered this a while back. Okay, so this is not me spitballing. You can find everything that I just said within that report. And I'm actually linking into this once I clip this up. So I'm trying to help y'all. If you ain't noticing, I'm trying.
So even Media Man is annoyed with the coping. I don't know how you maintain a community like this. I don't know how you build a community like this. I don't know how you try to resurrect a community out the ashes like this. This is why Accountable Commentary says no reachbacks. This is exactly why he says this. Huh? But this is why Jason Black, every once in a while, he stick his big toe into sound a bit eugenics, a little teeny tiny bit, kind of like eugenics, just a smidge, just a teeny tiny bit. The coping, what can you do with a people that when they're going through it, they can't just sit with that. That doesn't mean you stay there, but you have to acknowledge that this is a thing. This is happening to you. We're in a place where a number of Black women can't even say, ouch, that hurts. Wait, what? Let me say that again. We're in a place where the need for positivity, a positive spin, some type of bright light, some type of, it's all going to work out at the end. Sometimes it doesn't. Huh? And one of the main ways to make sure that it doesn't work out at the end is for you to not even acknowledge that you're going through something that's harming you, hurting you, That's an issue. Huh? And Detroit says, and thank you for the super chat, called it Black Zombie Community. Huh? It drives these insane, and it's not just this. That's what first really attracted me to Tone Talks and events, in the way they frame things and the honesty of it all. And that didn't keep Z from striving and from getting promotions and and working and doing what I could and being aspirational to a certain extent. I don't believe in toxic aspirationalism. That's a whole different conversation. But where would I be without understanding the environment and being honest with myself about it? Not needing cope, but being honest with myself. Do you have to be just a smidge delusional to achieve the highest heights? Yes. I would argue yes. But is full-on delusion and cope healthy, especially when you scale that to a community? No. You have a number of women in the Black community that are watching their unemployment rate rise month by month. Huh? And their way of dealing with that is saying, oh, no, it's not that. It's that we're starting new businesses and we're entrepreneurs. What? What did Tone Talk say years ago? 98% of Black female businesses don't have an employee, or don't. In other words, they're the sole proprietor. It's only them. Something like 98% of Black women businesses, something along those lines it was, right? It's not sustainable. And as Detroit said, this is Black zombie community. This is zombie stuff. This is like this. It's not only that it won't work. It hasn't worked. That's the thing right there. It hasn't worked. Insanity. In Detroit, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Huh? Joe says The Walking Dead or 28 Days Later. Ah. And I did not forget about you guys further ahead. As a matter of fact, let's read Inspired Truth real quick. And I didn't forget about you, Captain Obvious. And Inspired Truth says, yes, guys will go for a non-reprehensible human. Dr. Bright gives me Z, don't. The lady is not ugly. She's getting up there in age, but she's not ugly. Ma'am, you're single because you're you. There's a number of women, when you see them before they talk, oh goddamn Z, what are you saying? Especially maybe in the Black manosphere, we don't have that wonder of why she's single, because we pretty much are going to guess why, and we're probably going to be right. But physically, you're like, okay, there's nothing wrong with you. Okay, you might actually be fairly physically attractive. And then they talk. And instantly, you appreciate why they're single. Huh? Now they're going to sass, and they're going to talk, and they're going to talk some more, and they're going to talk some more, and they're going to blab, and they're going to blab some more, and some more, and some more. And you will understand, actually, you will have confirmation on exactly why they're single. Huh? Single, more often than not, also lonely. Huh? Reprehensible. They're insufferable. We're just dealing with a group of people that have made themselves just insufferable. They're traveling overseas and not ending up with, they're coming back with nothing. Maybe a sticky back. Huh? And let's be clear. That sister that went over to Thailand and she got preggo, and let's be clear what she said. Because I don't know if anybody stressed this. She didn't get pregnant from a Thai dude. She got pregnant from a Chinese guy by way of Australia. So Australian Chinese dude. So not even from a Thai man. I bring that up to say this. The women aren't even coming back with the mixed kid for the most part. She's rare. Oh, goddamn, Z. Black women are going overseas looking for black men to be in relationship with. They're not even going overseas to predominantly black or fully black countries. Okay, fine. They're speaking about the black wife effect in Thailand. Ooh, goddamn. They're speaking about the black wife effect about white men and black women. The black wife effect in relation to white men in Thailand. Talk about reprehensible. It would be one thing if we saw this move the needle an inch. If black women actually had something to show for this. But they don't. So it's all coping. Huh? And once again, thank you for the super chat, Inspired You. Thank you for the super chat. It's all coping. Huh? Yikes. Actually, let me see. I want to read this one now. And the Split Jim says, and thank you for the super chat. If black men's unemployment rate went up and or lost 106,000 jobs in a month, they would have blamed us for not going to college, getting women pregnant, being dusty, not listening to black women. Of course. It's a double standard to Split Jim. You know how this go. You know how this work. It's a double standard. Okay, fine. All right, it's a double standard. You know, before the election, many of us gave our predictions of if Trump win, what it would look like. Right after the election, many of us gave our predictions about what his administration, what his term in office would look like. Many of us, as we saw, you know, we heard of Project 2025. We were told, yeah, not serious, you conspiracy theorists. Da, 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 da. Okay, cool. All right, fine. Some of us, when we saw how Elon was moving in the beginning, we're like, ooh, this ain't gonna look good for women, namely black women. And we're here now. And in every step of the way, black women in particular ignored us, mocked us, made fun of us. What was I watching? And one of the brothers in the comments said, Kevin Samuels tried to warn you all. And of course, the black women jumped under his comment and were like, he's worm food now. There you go. Oh, you a Samuelite. There you go. Black women have been getting warned about this for the longest. The white man giveth, the white man taketh away. How much of this was actually and truly black girl magic? And how much of this was the largesse Mr. Z uses that word intentionally, the largesse of white liberals. Huh? I mentioned this before. In 2017, something like 21%, I think it was 2016 or 2017, something like 21% of black men were unemployed. There was an article about it, but the black community didn't really make any hay about it. It wasn't something that many people knew. Many people still don't know that that was the case. Because we assume, going to your super chat here, a split Jim, the assumption is black men are kind of deserving of that. I mean, as you said in the comment, it's not like black men are attending college in any record number, right? I mean, black men are dusty. Black men aren't really doing much with their life. So, of course, black men deserve to have an unemployment rate of 21%. Huh? That's one of the reasons why you have to be careful how you advocate, how you speak, what you ignore, what you minimize. Because maybe if black folks, in this case, primarily black women, but if black folks set a precedent to make this a national issue, then some almost decade later, maybe, probably not, but maybe, black women wouldn't be going through it right now. No? We're still not speaking about machine learning yet. We're still not speaking about automation yet. We're still not talking about that. We're still not talking about how this is going to benefit or how this is not going to really harm white women much and how black women are going to be the ones to go through it. Huh? Because if you slash DEI, and yeah, we know it primarily benefited white women. Dr. Brian is right about that. With that, black women still got a crumb here or there. And if you take out the racial element, but you leave gender or sex, better yet, do you know what that means for black women in comparison to white women? Uh-oh. And there's no quota for black. So Latina women, Asian women, huh? This is what happened when you're not really paying attention to the fact that all of this is Jenga blocks. And Donald Trump just came through and just knocked them down. Huh? Do black women even know how to advocate right now for themselves? Forget black men, they already have. Do black women even know how to advocate for themselves? Huh? Yikes. We're about to see. Because it's going to be real difficult to advocate for yourself after you spend a decade or so, more than that, speaking about black girl magic. Huh? After you spent how many years speaking about manifesting? After you spent so many years talking about how you're strong and independent? Huh? Which is asinine when you consider globalization and huh? The US military and police officers and firefighters and your municipal workers and those that's taking care of the roads and independent. Yeah, no. Huh? Yikes. All right, so that's a moment of Z seriousness. And Cyrus says, and let's read this super chat. Cyrus says, watching it pass right now, may the reign of Barlamuccio last 1,000 anthills. Oh, we're going to turn Barlamuccio into a goddamn folk hero for real. Oh, man. Mr. Z, I got to do a whole stream on the ant. We're going to make black men the ant. The mighty red ant, right? Fire ant. Once again, and thank you for the super chat, Cyrus. And Cyrus is watching in the past right now. May the reign of Barlamuccio last 1,000 anthills. Hysterical. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, that's funny. Huh? Elle says, not including face down, ass up diplomacy. You know, the thing about face down, ass up diplomacy is the men have to have money. Who said we gonna have it like that? We gonna have more than them probably, but who said we gonna have it like that? Huh? That's number one. Number two, some men are gonna have their one favorite or their two favorites. Not every woman is gonna be able to participate even if she wants to. Or better yet, not every woman is gonna see that as some type of profitable. Huh? There's only so many middle class, lower middle class, solidly middle class white dudes to go around. There's only so many middle-aged black men with a couple of dollars to spend to go around. And the young men ain't doing it. So there you go. I ain't even gonna mention them. I'm not even gonna mention the brothers definitely under the age of 30. Under the age of 35, I'll say too, but definitely under the age of 30, they're not going. For the most part, of course. They don't got it, number one, and they not going even if they did. Ooh, goddamn Z. No? So yeah, the face down, ass up diplomacy. Yeah. If she could find some way, if she could find somebody that'll go, that got it. Huh? I'm talking about that. And L's active says, out of the UK, like fashion, trends are set from the top down. Soon regular men will get caught up like high profile guys. SA allegations are the new divorce. Don't catch charges, catch flights. No, I agree. I think it, in a weird, perverse way, it only makes sense. If at one point women were subsidized by men in marriage, right? We slowly, not even slowly, but I'll say we slowly watch marriage turn into divorce, right? So women would also sometimes be subsidized by men in marriage and through divorce. Okay, cool. Women would, in the black community, would not get married, but they'll be in a relationship with a man for 5 and 7 and 10 years before they break up. And they would be subsidized by that man. So it wasn't marriage on paper, but they would be in long-term relationships with a man who's earning more than them, and they would be subsidized by that man. Right? These are the different ways we have transitioned in this society, namely the black community. Now we've moved to a place where more and more young people, particularly millennials and Gen Z, are not even in long-term relationships. They're barely even doing quote-unquote situationships. So where are women supposed to get the money from? Particularly in Donald Trump's America, where he's reeling back a lot of those government subsidies. Huh? And your parents are at their wits' end, so they can only subsidize you so much, ladies. This is where SA comes from. Huh? Let's not forget the baseball player we spoke about. What that was last year, that the African sister tried to set up, and now she got to serve jail time or something like that. Remember, she tried to blackmail him with pretending like she was pregnant from him. But remember, the white girl who actually set up a whole thing with her friends to get money out the deal. Huh? So going to exactly what you saying, Els, right? That's a thing. Fake SA allegations is a thing. And I do think that you're going to watch some women engage in that. Huh? Of course. And once again, L's active. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Huh? Duke Lacrosse, true. True. Captain Obvious, true. And I did not forget about you in the super chat. I'll get to it in a minute. Let me make sure, because I want to make sure I didn't miss any of your comments. Yep. And KMS says, face down ass up diplomacy only works if the men are better off than the women conducting it. If not, it becomes face down ass out. Oh man. Say that. Right? Yeah, no, it's true. I think not all of us, but many of us saw that little mini doc about Italy and was it Greece or was it Italy? And like one of the ladies who were engaged in the red light district type of activity was saying like they're not getting no business. I think she was the madam. She was saying this was in the middle of like it got to be Italy. It had to be Italy because I think that's when they were going through their austerity, their hardcore austerity measures. Right? Or was it Greece? It might have been Greece. Yeah, it was Greece. It was Greece. It was, excuse me. I think it was Greece. And yeah, I think that's when they were going through their hardcore austerity measures. Excuse me. And the madam was saying, yeah, they're not getting too much business because the men don't got it. The men don't have it even to haggle you down. So going to what KMS saying, yeah. It would have been a different conversation if you had a man, if you were in relationship, in marriage to a man. But when you got to come out here and get it on your own, what happens when the men don't even got it to spit on the box? Huh? As KMS says, if not, it becomes face down, ass out. Compassionate said assed out to the market. No, you just assed out to the environment? Thank you for the super chat, KMS. Thank you for the super chat. Trevor Bauer, yeah, that's the baseball player I was speaking of earlier. Yep. Yeah. And Red Falls Black says, and thank you for the super chat, Zaddy and his wife Becky have used the black women as his handmaid and footstool for so long they thought they were honorary white women. I think they really wanted that. I don't think I can't even say I can't. You know what? I was going to try to land with that. And then I forgot that we do have different classes of black people, and there are a number of black women in different classes that actually do think that they're honorary white women. So I can't even say that. So continuing, let's read that again. Zaddy and his wife Becky have used black women as his handmaid and footstool for so long they thought they were honorary white women. Then they bit the hand that fed them via DEI. Now they understand that they're still ninjas. I don't know how many of them actually even get that. Huh? And I would be a little bit careful with that one too, Red Falls Black, because how then black women weaponize intersectionality. They use intersectionality as a shield and a sword. Huh? They use intersectionality to say, you don't know what I have to go through as a black plus woman, as a black person plus woman. So your critique of me shouldn't be as harsh as it would be if I wasn't a black woman, because of the unique position that I and other black women hold in this society as black plus woman. So that's the shield, right? That shields them from critique particularly of certain bad behavior, bad language, just bad practices, things that aren't going to be helpful for Black children, Black men, Black women, the Black community. Okay, fine. That's the shield. Intersectionality also work as the sword because it allows for them to grab as much of the crumbs off the table as humanly possible, right? By weaponizing Black plus women to benign neglect Black boys and Black men. Huh? This also allows for them to minimize the plights of Black boys and Black men because Black men are just Black. And how feminism and Black feminism works, so this is also part of intersectionality, is that it says the problem that Black men now face is, yes, to a certain extent, yes, them being Black, but the problem that Black men face is that Black men want to be and imitate white men. Black men don't take the path of least resistance, which is imitating Black women. Black men are too sexist, too colorist, too featurist, too fatphobic, too transphobic, too homophobic, too all of the phobics. They're too misogynorist to allow for Black women to lead them in a place that would be more advantageous for Black men and Black boys, huh? And to lead the Black community into something more liberatory, right? So this is how Black women, particularly in academia, and many Black female professionals, Black women professionals, this is how they weaponize intersectionality. Once again, a shield and a sword. Z, you just freestyled that whole thing. Z freestyled that whole goddamn thing. You know, every once in a while you gotta pat yourself on the back. You're like, I did that, right? And I would just like to know, any Black woman that's listening to me, tell me I'm lying though. Miss Kim Foster, if you're listening to me, get out your feelings. Mr. Z's not just saying that because you're a woman. And tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying that Black women don't use intersectionality as a shield and a sword, particularly towards Black men. Huh? And we're here now. Huh? The understanding that they're Black or they're ninjas, you know, yes. I think this is something that Black women deal with on a daily basis, is not being white women. And how they deal with and cope with and come to terms with not being white women. Forget the phenotype, but the political and social position of particularly upper middle class, rich, and wealthy white women. And how do Black women, particularly aspiring Black women, upwardly mobile Black women, how do they come to terms with not being white women? That they will never be white women. And I think there's a number of ways they deal with it. I think you have the Khadijah route. I think you have the Kim Foster route. I think you have the Chrissy route. Huh? The Chrissy route is to go hyper feminine. I think there's other people that I probably should name that probably more symbolize this, but Chrissy is the person that popped into my mind right now, so cool. Going hyper feminine, outwhiting the white woman. And when I say that, let's pause right there for a second. Mr. Z is not saying that Black women should go through it and we should be rough and tough with them because they're not white women. That's not what Z is saying. I'm not saying be harsh with Black women and just deal with it. You're not white. No, that's what they're saying to us. That's not what Z is saying to them. With that, you go hyper feminine. That and this is something that me and Black Roo was speaking about a few weeks, well, maybe a month or so ago at this point, which is the luxury items, the luxury cars, the homes and houses and condos in certain zip codes, the certain type of sass, right? A certain type of aspirationalism. All of that is to make themselves into white women, politically and socially. That's the Chrissy route. That's the I have to have the Tesla. I have to have the Beamer. I have to have the Benz. I have to have the Audi. I have to live in this zip code, right? Because this is what symbolizes a certain class, white woman of upper class, upper caste, better yet. Okay, so that's the Chrissy route. The Khadijah route is to say, screw all of it, I'm queer. Huh? If what it means to be a woman is to be a white woman, so this is woman not, right? Not the man not, but the woman not. If what it means to be a woman in the West, what it means to be a woman in America in particular, is to be a white woman, and I can never be that, then to hell with all of it, and I am queer. Huh? And so you have that Khadijah route, right? You have Dr. Tyne, that route, right? It's no matter what I do, I won't be able to perform femininity in this particular way anyway. So I'm a freestyle. I'm gonna pick this and pick that and do this and do that and live however I want to live. Okay, because I'm not gonna be able to perform white womanhood, right? And I had to sit with myself and I had to really ask myself, what do I want? What do I like? And yawn, huh? I had to let go certain things and certain ideas and certain ideals and yawn. And what it is a big ass temper tantrum that they're not white women. And I would argue these folks to Z are some of the most dangerous because they're intimately knowledgeable about how they'll never be. These are the folks that are often highly educated, and all the education does and the proximity to white women does is cause them to lose their crap even more. Huh? It really is the case of so close but so far away. Z, you freestyling this whole thing? Z, freestyling this whole thing. Okay, so that's Khadijah / Dr. Tyne's route. Then there's the other route. There's Kim Foster. And so for Kim Foster, it's a weaponizing or intellectualizing, better yet, her misandry and finding common cause and sisterhood with black women through the we're never going to be white women experience. Right? This is that rebel without a cause crap. Right? I'm one of the few black folks, black women that was raised upper middle class. See, Kim Foster and Sarge Willie Pete, they should actually be in a relationship. Huh? I was raised a certain way. I'm from a certain class, right? With that, I am better than the rest of you Negroes. I'm just not going to say that out loud. I'm definitely not going to let you know that's what I think and feel. And my issue is that you bum ass everyday Negroes think that you can talk to me. You think we're the same because unfortunately we share the same skin color. Right? And this is another way of coping with and dealing with not being a white woman. The Kim Foster route, what makes that dangerous to Z is that they speak the language of the white feminists. They read the books. They can articulate themselves well. Right? They get the jokes. They grew up with the white girls. They speak as if they're above it and they're not jealous of them, but they are. Huh? They occupy this weird space of not being a white woman, but not being your typical standard black woman either. So her jersey color is that of a black woman. But if you drop her in the middle of your average black woman, she sticks out like a sore thumb, and you realize, oh, no, you need to be in spaces with black women exactly like you. Huh? Kim Foster's the educated lame of black women. And she can only find common cause with most black women if she's buying them, if she's overtly loud, walking around with a blowhorn, air quotes, advocating for them. She's really not. When she's, and this is the very important part, when she's punching down on black men. If Kim Foster was not speaking about black men, if she didn't find ways to intellectualize her misandry, the fact that she's the educated lame of black women would stick out like a sore thumb to the average black woman. Huh? And she's not the only one on this. And there you go. The 3 different ways, and I could come up with more, that black women deal with not being white women politically and socially. And thank you for the super chat, Red Falls Black. There you go. Huh? Look, KW Don, I ain't even gonna read that out loud. Huh? I'm mad I missed look who we have in here. Oh boy. All right, let me see something. Yikes. Let's address me. We're gonna do it. May says more lies. It's human to want nice things and safety, yeah, but nobody owes you that. May, that's what I think a lot of black women haven't come to terms with, and a lot of women in general. Y'all torched their social contract, so we owe you nothing. May, Mr. Z and the Black Manosphere appreciates that the women owe the men nothing. Women like you that are younger have made that y'all have made that glaringly clear, crystal clear, diamond clear, window clear, freshly polished, waxed, clean, window clear. You know the windows when the birds fly into it because it's so goddamn clear? Y'all have made it that clear that you owe the boys and the men nothing. Not being nice, not being cordial, not being kind, not throwing black men under the bus in front of non-black people, not throwing black men under the bus in front of other black women. And likewise, the men owe you nothing. And because the men are so kind and gracious, black men won't even necessarily engage in the character assassination that women like you have engaged in, well, for decades. You know what they're going to do? They're going to be indifferent. You know what they're going to do? Be despondent. You know what they're going to do? Be apathetic. You know what an increasing amount of your nephews and your younger guy cousins and maybe even a son or two, you know what they're going to do? They're going to pop up to the family get-together in the gathering with a Latina girlfriend, a white girlfriend, a little situationship that they invited to the event, maybe an Asian girl here or there if they could get them away from the white guys. Yes, it is human to want nice things. Definitely women to want nice things. Huh? You know, FD said this to me over a year ago. It's 2 years. It's almost 2 years now. I think it might actually be 2 years. The women want autonomy and security, and I laughed at him, May. May, y'all don't get autonomy and security simultaneously. You got to pick one. The women want nice things. Cool. Get it yourself. The men don't owe you that. The men also don't owe women being kick-ass for them. Get in line for the elite men y'all all want. Or y'all could engage in same-sex loving relationships. Y'all could always do that also. Oh, wait a minute. 23% of y'all already are. Oops. Huh? Yeah, Vegas is autonomy and security. LOL. He literally said that to me and I laughed. Huh? May says, May, all of this is, none of this is separate from whiteness in America. And May says, Z, my comment was about you saying black women want to be white because they want nice homes in nice area. That's safety, not white. In America, it is white. There are black neighborhoods that are pretty goddamn safe, that are solidly middle class, trending towards upper middle class. It's not big neighborhoods, but there are black neighborhoods like that. More often than not, that's not what black women are speaking about. They want a facsimile of white life, May. Me and you both know it. You can stop pretending now. The goal is, that's why BGS is the myth of white womanhood. The myth, May. The myth of white womanhood. Huh? The myth of white woman. May, explain this then.
But my thing is, like, I don't understand the obsession with trying to make black women settle so much. Y'all don't do this with any other community. Like, seriously. Y'all don't do this with any other community. Do y'all tell white women that they should settle? Because last time I checked, anytime a white girl marries a black man, it's always when he's at his best and when he's rich as hell. You think Kim Kardashian was going to marry Kanye while he was broke and didn't have any money? You think Kanye would have had a chance with Kim then? Or you think Kanye had a chance with Kim when he was a multi-million-dollar rapper? Let's be real. Like, y'all don't say this to any other group but us. We're tired of settling. We're tired.
Here's the fascinating part, May. Kanye, when he got with Kim Kardashian, Kanye was $53 million in debt. And there you go. That's why we say the myth of white womanhood. Huh? Number one. Number two, who's more famous and well-known? Taylor Swift? Or what's his name? Kelsey? Huh? Y'all don't say this to any other women, is what the young lady said. But that's false. The white women are throwing a goddamn temper tantrum right now. That's why we call it the myth of white womanhood over here. May, you're only proving the point. May says, celebrities are not part of my reality. No, this is the reality for women, black women in specific. She used Kanye and Kim Kardashian as an example, not Z, the young lady I just played. Huh? It's simple, May. About 9% of Americans are millionaires, 8.8%. That's not liquid, May. That's what all the assets made. Black women got a choice to make. Huh? You said nice things. Huh? Some 40 some odd percent of Americans can't afford, I think now it's a $500 emergency. 40%. Black people only make up 12-ish percent, 12, 13-ish percent of the US population. Some 60 or some odd percent of Americans can't afford about $1,000 emergency. It might have went up a couple $100. Remember, black people only account for 12, 13%, May. The problem is black women are just comparing themselves to non-black women and they just don't know what the hell they're talking about. Black women are just talking, but they don't know what they're talking about. Huh? So black women are just being delusional on this. Huh? And y'all gives you a second, actually. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find this. It should be here somewhere. Wait a minute. Y'all gives you a second. Okay, maybe not. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'll play that in a minute. But yeah, May, so the myth of white womanhood. Huh? True. I forgot about that. And L says 30% admitted to foodie calls. 30% of women admitted to foodie calls, May. If you don't know what a foodie call is, that's when the woman is really not interested in you so much, but she's going either because it's a nice restaurant, because she can't afford that restaurant, huh? Because she's hungry, so she's engaging in foodie call. By the way, she's not letting you know that. You're thinking it's a date. She's just looking at it as lunch or dinner. Huh? May, simply put, black women are having these conversations with other black women. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all over romanticize the position of non-black women in their communities and how much money and what lifestyle they're living.
And another thing, I find it so fucking funny how black women, the same black women who don't want to befriend the non-black woman, white, Polish-speaking, Lithuanian, European, Asian, even Latino women, y'all don't even befriend these women yet. Y'all really believe, still to this day in 2025, that they don't pay shit in their household. Please stop being delusional. Where do y'all get y'all information from if y'all not out here talking to women that are not like y'all, that are not black? The delusion. Now you know going in everybody's household that's not black? Gee, stop playing with me on this internet, G. Please stop playing with me on this internet, women, with y'all delusion. Black women, we gotta cut it out. Please cut it out. Baby, they're paying 50-50. Some are probably paying more than that for their man. Okay? But what do I know? I'm black, and all I do is talk and converse with everybody in Chicago. We're most people. Most people.
Huh? Yikes. And May says, I'm only speaking on us wanting to be white women. I don't have anything to do with y'all picking low quality women or giving them your attention. May, you kind of walked into a trap right there. Where are the high quality women, May? Z, you still there? No, Z is still here. May, where are the high quality women, May? Where are the high quality women defined by black men? You don't get to list yourself as high quality. You know, black men will be the deciders. Huh? I'll be the judge of that. Where are the high quality women, May? What makes a woman high quality in the eyes of black men, May? Huh? Yikes. I'm talking about that. Let's make sure. Okay, because I missed Captain Obvious's super chat. He says black women are packing their bags. Should be packing their bags. Oh boy! And he says black women are packing their big backs and taking their quote unquote talents overseas. We all know foreign men love big backs. Shaking my damn head. And here you go. Wait, which one? Which one does he want to play? Both of them are about the same length. Pause. We'll play this one.
So I kind of want to get on here and talk about dating in Thailand. Because honestly, when I tell people I live in Thailand, that'd be their first question. Like, oh, you live in Thailand and you're black and you're a woman. How's that going? So where should we even start? I would say that first of all, I see men at their worst over here. That's like the end all be all. I see men at their worst. They're over here on vacation and they're doing things that they don't want anyone else to know about and they don't want to be shamed for. And the things that they be doing over here, they would not get shamed for. So I see them being their biggest sluts bags possible, right? And most of the time, the guys that are coming over here and like going buck wild like that are men that have like never been told that they were handsome their entire life. And they're most of the time they're like bottom of the barrel ass niggas from wherever they're from. Most of the time, I'm not gonna
imagine thinking now, this is a flex.
The occasional like guy on a guy's trip, and they're just out here celebrating something, or they're having a good time, and they're not on no bullshit. Like I understand you want to like have fun, but these niggas be taking it far than a motherfucker. So with that being said, I tried dating out here. Also, I don't discriminate because I've dated probably just about every race, but I do have a preference, and my preferences out here they're all African. I like African men until I don't. The ones straight from the motherland, oh, they gonna make me catch a case. Oh no. So we're left with pretty much nothing. So it sucks. But you can look up, like I have been on some nice dates out here. But no buts. Just make some friends. If you're coming out here as a black woman, just make some friends. Hopefully you got a boo from back home. That'll be your best bet. Cause you thought slim pickings in Atlanta? Bitch. Bring your ass to Bangkok. I like Asian guys too, by the way. So don't be like, oh, well, why don't you just date a Thai guy? Well, there's a language barrier first and foremost. And they don't have any money. Sorry, but
native
it's true.
Thai peen cost.
So, yeah, I date when I go back home, or I date when I go out of Thailand, like, you know, just make some friends. Just make some friends, because you're going to need them. You ain't finna find no niggas out here. You ain't finna find your man, your husband. Your husband is not out here, and if he is, he probably don't want to know what he's doing. Anyways, dating in Thailand, 0 to 10 recommend. Bye.
And let me read this real quick. And Biro says, May is wasting her time here. Run along, irritant. Look, bro, I'm using that. The irritant. I'm using that. Oh, run along, irritant. I'm not necessarily saying that about May. Not yet, anyway. But that's hysterical. Thank you. And Terrell says, translation, I don't like having to pay for Thai peen. But that's all it is. That's all it is. You're going to have to look. Let Z say it one more again. Ladies in the West, Western women, particularly black women of a certain size or more, you gonna pay. And trust, if you not paying, you don't want to see the men you ain't paying for. You better pay. For your own good, you better pay. Huh? Oh boy. So yeah, no, I agree with Trell on that. It's yeah, I don't want to pay. No, you're gonna pay. All right. And yeah, Captain Obvious, it's you know, That doesn't mean there are not heavy women in these places, but they're not entertained in any way, shape, or form. They're practically invisible. So to think you're a black woman, heavy set black woman, even what we consider medium, which is heavy over there. Excuse me. You're a medium sized heavy set over there, black woman, and you gonna take your ass to Southeast Asia. Let's even say to East Asia. And you think what's gonna happen? Huh? What do you think is gonna happen? You're 5'4", 200. What the hell you think gonna happen in Thailand? In Cambodia, in Laos, in the Philippines, in Indonesia? What do you think is gonna happen? In Malaysia, what do you think is gonna happen? Huh? That's a real question. And once again, thank you for the super chat. Captain Obvious, thank you for the super chat. All right. Leon said earlier, Jerusalem intersectionality feminist book burning. I should have had this highlighted when I was speaking about how intersectionality is used as a shield and a sword. God damn, I wasn't thinking about it earlier because I saw the comment and I should have actually had it highlighted for that. My apologies, Leon, if you still listening. My apologies. All right. B-roll, I ain't even gonna read that. That's funny. Right. Oh man. Yikes. You know, it's one thing to say you're not going to conform. Cool. You don't care about the male gaze. Cool. But that comes with a consequence. That comes at a consequence. If you don't care about the male gaze, then you got to mean it and you got to see what that look like for you. If that cut off a whole swath of different type of men or men of a certain class or caliber or men with certain type of sensitivities or sensibilities, okay, eat that. Huh? If the ladies have decided, black women in specific have decided that there is no winning this quote unquote femininity game because it is dictated by white norms, okay, cool. And black men are indoctrinated in the European beauty standard. Huh? And there's no point in black women engaging in this in any type of good faith because other people aren't engaging with them in good faith. Nothing wrong with that. But then eat the consequence of black men saying, yeah, but this is what I like. And it's okay if you don't want to conform to what I like, but then could you move along? Huh? Could you move along? And we know what's going on. Every time black women say, I ain't doing that, and black men said, I ain't bet, but I'm going this way then. As a matter of fact, black men ain't saying nothing. And how black women sound afterward.
Fair. That is not fair! That is not fair!
Huh? May, I just want you to appreciate that black men know what a temper tantrum look like, even if it's only verbal. Huh? Yikes. Continuing. And there was one more from Captain Obvious. There it go. And he says, "At least change your diet when you go over there." All right, I'll play this one for you then. This one is a little bit longer. Okay, yeah. And Captain Obvious says, "At least when you go to Thailand or anywhere in Southeast Asia, at least change your diet when you go over there." And well, let's see what that table look like.
Dating in Thailand. Let's see what the girls got to say about dating in Thailand. Okay, Monique, you've been here the same time as I have, 3 months. So what is your opinion on dating in Thailand?
I would say from what I've seen, Black American men are not interested in Black women. So that kind of eliminates them, and you know, the Black women are interested in our Black brothers over here, thinking they have a better chance than what they did in America. I noticed that the Africans, the UK, and Thai men are interested in beautiful Black women. It's just our American Black men have no interest in the beautiful Black women.
Right, okay, so, yeah, I can say the same thing also.
All my beautiful friends are still single, not really even going on dates because they're not getting approached by the men they're interested in, which is our Black American brothers.
Okay, gotcha.
So I would say dating here is very hard, but I think that if some of our beautiful Black women open up their mindset to other opportunities, they might find a really good man outside of those damaged Black American men.
Got you.
And we know from what we've seen, the Black wife effect has been real good on the internet with these white men that come over here and treat us beautiful Black queens like the queens that we are. So I would just say to all those single women out there that are here in Bangkok or in Thailand or anywhere over here in Asia, expand your options. Don't keep it, because we don't want to be single forever. Like, we're already at peace, we're having a good time. Explore your options with some of these men from different countries and give them the opportunity.
The song in the background is so apropos.
Like, treat it the way that they desire.
Okay. Okay, Aaliyah, you've been living in Thailand for 1 year, so I feel like you have more of an insight on dating. So give us your opinion on dating in Thailand.
For me, dating in Thailand is ghetto, just how it was ghetto back in the States. I would say it's very casual out here. I think a lot of men are having
listen to the song in the background.
With, the Asian women, so like they're not looking for us necessarily, something they're used to having back at home. So like Monique said, just be open-minded to dating outside of your norm. I told you when you first got here, go where you're celebrated and not tolerated. You don't have to be like hyper fixated about dating, not you personally, but just like people in general. Thailand is such a beautiful place to be, and like you can make so many meaningful connections, and it could be platonic relationships. So I say go out, meet people, have a grand time, and see where things can go.
Okay.
Hey, the song was perfect in the background. Hey, that video ain't doing y'all no justice. Hey, that video, look, the song in the background was saying everything. Oh, man, talk about a joke. Right? Man. So on that note, y'all, we ain't gonna spend too much longer. Mr. Z ain't gonna hit the 3 hour. I ain't gonna do it. Right? So check for me tomorrow. We will try to have a stream tomorrow. So that's the plan. We'll see. It's sad, y'all. Damn, Black women. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. And women writ large, y'all out here crying all over Al Gore's internet. Huh? Y'all coping hard. Oh, that cope is serious. But some of you can't fully cope and you're crashing.
I'm turning 40 this year and everything is just hitting me right now. It's like not where I wanted to be. I haven't succeeded at anything. I haven't God, have I even tried? Like, I don't even know anymore. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know how to cope with anything. And I don't know how to, I mean, I did this whole growing thing wrong. Like I'm supposed to be an adult. I'm supposed to be able to handle these things, and I can't handle anything. And I literally am just realizing, like, it's been 40 years of this, and like, it's 40 years of just being confused and not knowing and like figuring things out slower and like not like I haven't built anything. I have nothing like to show for this time. I just don't know what I'm doing here, and I'm lost. I'm afraid, and I'm
Yikes. That's sad. That's sad, y'all. That's sad. I see windshield wipers going off. That's sad. Where's the clip I'm looking for right now? Where did it go? Oh, there it goes. And go into your comment. And wait a minute. Where did it go? Where did it go? There we go. And Els Actor says, why choose a desperate Becky when you can choose a smiling German Becky? I got you. You could deal with homegirl over there, or you could kind of try to see if you could get in with his brother.
Jag kan få din telefon eller?
Absolut.
Tack. 73.
591.
Vad heter du? Landry.
Jo, jag har hört hela mitt liv.
I'm not even gonna entertain you, Trell. I see what you're doing. That's what's up. Trell said he got his oldest a car. That's what's up. And I'm Waffles over here putting a link last minute. I see what y'all doing. We ain't gonna hit the 3-hour mark. I see you. Let me. I'm gonna click it anyway. Y'all give me a second. Wait a minute. That's what Hood Conservative was talking about. Oh, okay, y'all. Look. This is what we're gonna do. Shout out to Hood Conservative. He definitely will get the first swipe at this. Pause. What Z's gonna do is I'm gonna listen to it probably while I'm taking a shower and chilling out for the rest of the night. And we'll see if we speak about it tomorrow. Maybe. And definitely Hood Conservative is welcome to join the panel if you want to say anything. I'm gonna try to check out his panel also. Yeah, or his whatever stream he does about it also. Oh boy. Let's read that title again. What'd that title say? Why do black athletes always date white women? Preference. And I'm saying it like this, and I don't got no thing for no white women. Huh? It's okay. All right. We even gonna, I saw that link on Mr. Shook to you. All right. Yeah. Yikes. Yeah, no, I saw that. She straight up said, hey, I will end out with this. And this is why Mr. Z says the internet will expose us all. Right? You see what that mom said to her son. I think that was so bad PR. The PR for black women is in the goddamn trash can. That's such bad PR, bro. With that, we're gonna pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. Man. Yeah, y'all. That man, she said everything in that damn clip. My God. For those of you that don't know, click on the link that Mr. Shook to you put in the chat. You'll see what Z is referencing. Yeah, I saw it already. Man, I didn't even want to cover it. I tend to shy away from the welfare queen type of talk. But yeah, man. Anyway, y'all, All right, so we'll pause right there. Truly, love, piece of chicken grease. Y'all go check out the Black Manosphere content or the non-Manosphere content, and Mr. Z out. All right, y'all. I might join Art's panel later if he streams. We'll see. All right, y'all. Z out.